None of us will ever forget that great movie, The Wizard of Oz, in which Dorothy clicks her ruby slippers together and says, "There's no place like home, there's no place like home." Well, tonight, those ruby slippers bring to mind another great place and another saying, "There's no place like the home, 7 acres, the Jewish home that we all know and love." You don't need to follow the yellow brick road to see what goes on here is a little bit of magic. You can see it in the smiles, hear it in the laughter, and feel it everywhere you go throughout our campus. 7 Acres and the Medallion are places where our loved ones make new friends, find new interests, and are surrounded by people who are always encouraging them to do more and to stay connected and vital. Love is a universal language at the home. It is heard and seen every day in the most unexpected places. We don't just wait for things to happen here, we plan for them and make sure no one is left out. Because providing quality of life is just as important to us as quality of care. At the home, our wonderful staff arranges parties and informal get-togethers, crafts and classes, and visits from friends young and old. Thanks to our generous donors, our residents can roam the globe on the internet and email their grandkids thanks to senior-friendly computers and personal instruction on how to use them. Some of them even have room service. Want to have some fun? Well, there are board games, mahjong, gardening activities, tea parties, mini concerts, and more. Our skilled care program allows for those in need of rehabilitation to stay a short time, get better, and then go home. At 7 Acres, there's always someone to assist you to get back on your feet, to be the best that you can be, and to feel positive about yourself and life in general. The home is also where someone takes the time to listen and to really understand your feelings and what you want so much to say. And it's where you know that someone is there to lift your spirits and lead you in worship that means so much. Our traditions are part of what we do every day, how we connect with our families of all denominations, and how we share with our community. And it reminds us how special and precious each and every one of our residents is, and that 7 Acres is really their home and a very special place indeed. At 7 Acres, even the walls testify to kind hearts, kindred spirits, and steadfast support and generosity. As a Jewish home, it is our mission to work to repair the world for all those in need. We never forget that we are called upon to honor our fathers and our mothers, to care for those who can no longer care for themselves, no matter what their financial situation, and to stand strong for those who need refuge and tender, loving care. Your presence here tonight shows that you truly believe that everyone deserves dignity, a safe and comfortable place to age, and a loving environment to share with friends and family. It is truly a great place to live, full of life and activities, new friends, and memories. At some point in time, 7 Acres will touch someone you know, whether it is a friend, a family member, or another loved one. You know that there's just no other place like the home. Now please join us in making sure 7 Acres is always here for all of us. Your donations are the key that keep the doors open.
What was created over 70 years ago by a small group of concerned community leaders in a small 12-bed house on Bernard Street has now grown to one of the largest organizations of its kind in the country. Due to community demand, we have grown in size and scope of services, but our mission remains the same: to serve those elderly and disabled who can no longer be cared for in the community, regardless of their financial station in life. Whenever I have the opportunity to provide tours of our beautiful campus, both at the Medallion and 7 Acres, I never fail to point out that while brick and mortar are very important, what really matters are the people and programs we provide within these buildings. Hundreds of people live and work here, and that is truly the essence of what we do. We are the residents' window to their world, and we take this responsibility very seriously. Government funding may rise and fall, and expenses and income are always ever-changing, but we remain steadfastly committed to the highest quality of care in life for those we serve, both in the community and on our campus. Although we have changed our name over the decades, we will always be the Jewish home for our parents, yesterday, today, and tomorrow, because it's true, there's no place like the Jewish home.
Having served on this board for over 20 years, I have witnessed the amazing growth of 7 Acres, not only in terms of the numbers of persons being served, but also the new services we provide to the elderly of the Texas Gulf Coast. From our beautiful Medallion assisted living residents to the Alexander Greenberg building caring for those individuals afflicted with Alzheimer's disease, as well as our rapidly growing short-term rehabilitation care. Everything we do reflects our 71-year-old mission of making the lives of the elderly more fulfilling through appropriate care and quality of life. As government funding continues to lose ground to ever-increasing healthcare operating costs and the number of impoverished persons in our community grows, our obligation to the community becomes even more difficult, as over 80% of our residents are so ill and indigent that they qualify for the state Medicaid program. This Medicaid program underfunds us by $33,000 a year for each Medicaid resident. This translates into a giant $8 million annual loss, which we have to resolve every day. To have a Jewish home in any community is tough. You have to want it very badly. It is expensive, highly complex, and labor-intensive, and must continually be reactive to our elder care needs. We employ over 400 staff representing geriatric experts from all over the world, with $1 million a month payroll, providing the finest of care and quality of life found anywhere. In fact, we were once again this year voted Best Elder Care Campus in Houston. The cost enormity is staggering, as most of our residents can do very little for themselves and are totally dependent on our staff 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, rain or shine, under sometimes very difficult circumstances. Through the years, we have served thousands of people, and we intend to continue to serve thousands more in the future, regardless of their financial status in life. 7 Acres is not just a place to go for quality care. It is a place to call home, a comfortable place that provides quality of life that is so very important. As president of 7 Acres, it is such a privilege for me to be associated with this wonderful organization, whose sole mission is to care for our parents and loved ones when they have no other place to go for professional, secure care in a loving home environment. As we so aptly name tonight's event, there is no place like the home.